Peace and gratitude. Peace and gratitude. What's good? Non-essential. Quick video. I know it's been a minute. I had to meditate like a Buddhist for a second. Taking on different energies, dealing with people on a day-to-day, dealing with family, just dealing with a lot, that's part of being a general of your own soul journey. That's what it's all about. Stepping up, taking accountability for your actions. But yeah, man, this video really gonna be about family in the sense of how one would tell you, you only get one mother, you only get one father, which is an absolute lie. And I'm gonna tell you why. We get one mother and one father within the planetary illusion. Whatever plane that we occupy, we come through our mother from our father, physically. But we do know through the ethers is where we get sent down, and a portal is open for you to inhabit that vessel that manifests through the mother. So just know that your mother and father are just individuals that you incarnate through just to connect with them for a short amount of time until you're able to be on your own. And be on your own meaning on your own journey. So, just for a second, you're renting your mother and your father. I can say today that my mom and pops, they in their own path. Is it the path of enlightenment? No. My pops, he believed in Jesus Christ as his savior. Pretty much he can do anything and do this and do that. As long as he pray about it, he's forgiven for his sins, he's saved and all this BS, right? That's what he really believes in his heart. But that stage I've already passed with climbing that ladder. I already understood the whole agenda behind that, because that puts you in a state whereas, you're not mentally growing and you're not taking any form of accountability. So they groom you to be in a childlike, mental state, whereas you're not taking responsibility for your actions and you carrying yourself as a greater being, you correcting yourself within your lessons. So they need you to adopt a childlike mindset continuously. But Mom Duke, she all about the bread. She don't really pray or anything like that, so she's outside the realm of going to church and all that type of stuff. My mom, she's all about grinding and getting to the money. She's a fashionista as well. Fashion, ran in my family for years, but nobody sold out in the sense of the entertainment of fashion or diving into the fashion industry, in other words. But they definitely came through with, wearing the hot shit, you know, and they all about their money. They not really into, praying to gods and all those type of things. They all about having nice things, living good, living clean, in the sense of keeping an orderly, clean house. But never mind that. As far as cleaning the body, because the body is your home here on the planet. That's your ship. That is your ship. That is where your soul resides. And those who are still on this spirituality wagon, study spirituality, study the spirit, really mentally focus yourselves on figuring out what spirituality is, how the spirit works. And then once you understand how the spirit works, you understand what the soul is. And when you understand what the soul is, you'll understand source. You will understand source for sure. Because the soul and spirit is not the same thing, although they promote the spirit as being a soul. And why they do that, and I'm talking about your conscious leaders and things like that. Cause you got some who dilute the whole spirit saying and put it to a minimum, whereas they connect it with, you should be in the spirit world. Like that should be the main connection, with you connecting with the spirit world. And the spirit world is not where it's at all. The solar realms or ether realms is where it is. So to be effective within this journey, you're not supposed to be consuming no spirit food, getting into spirituality as far as transitioning to a spirit dimension. Like there is no ascension with that, because we are here in a physical spirit realm, and below the ether realms, when you leave your body or whatever the case may be, when you jump outside your body, you're directly in the spirit world. So you're basically seeing what the spirit world look like or represent when the goggles is taken off your eyes, And I mean, like, in the illusion. When a curtain is ripped off, you actually see what this place is. Hell, you can see what this place look like just when, when the shadow hour is presented to you, which you call night or evening. So, Yeah, back to the parent thing. Like, that's why they call parents, because you know this the thing. If you look at the letter P and a letter A, right? The letter P would be the feminine, and the letter A, the masculine. If you look at the letter P could be, um, if you look at the letter P, it is a little feminine. You know what I'm saying? You look at the letter A represent the obelisk. The standing up. That's why if you pay attention to um the um the cosmic breakdown, far as gods and earths, you look at the earth will be the feminine, like the woman, like on the walls, like the woman would be the earth, the stars and things of that nature. And then you got the obelisk, right? The masculine private. That's what the pyramid represent. That's an antenna. That's why those pyramids had celestial cosmic connection, as far as connecting with the stars, the cosmos. Those are energy signatures that was that's being connected. Even to this day, to charge up the planet, synchronize the planet as far as energy is concerned. So, when you look at the word parents, you're just renting your mother and father just for a time. I mean, hell, the body you're in, you're just renting. Everything out here that you deal with on a physical is just for a short time. And y'all see or witnessing how time is speeding up. It's like revving up, like, it's no joke. So the best thing is to always be prepared. And then you will see the progress that you have made through continuously raising your vibration. Because you don't know the minute nor the hour. Because how you live your life today determines where you go in the future. And I'm talking about soul-wise. So what you do is you study spirituality. Understand the step-by-step process of spirituality. Then you will understand the soul. Because the soul is superior to the spirit. And then above the soul is source, but soul is source because you are the soul. So it's the soul itself, because we are souls, which is the carbon beings in the flesh, right? Our souls here in this physical reality, or false reality, should I say, right? Our goal is to connect our soul to source. Point blank. So I understand that we going through this illusion with dealing with the economy and all these type of things. It's a double-edged sword, because this is like forcing us to actually take charge within our lives, to become our own entrepreneurs, And I'm talking about in the sense of building our own on a higher level. But there's so much discord that is still going on within the so-called black race. You know, they messing up the economy. I mean, like I always been saying, they still poisoning the food, the water, so on and so forth. They still charging us for bills that will never be paid. It'll always be a debt. They giving you the illusion that you actually paying an electric bill, gas bill, so on and so forth, but you're not paying for anything. It never been paid in the first place. It's just a reoccurring, you know, payment towards debt. That's just what it is. So you're really not paying for anything, realistically. But yeah, don't let your family, turn you away from your goals and what you need to do to raise up your ascension level. Don't let them throw you off. Family, period, man. Family, they pull you down. That's what they've been put here for the ones that have no appetite in taking in any knowledge, learning on a day-to-day, and all they see is their job. All they see is mukbangs. How I'm gonna eat this good food, good fast food today, and drinking sodas and drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes and all those type of things, man. They need their Newports. They there to be in a way of progress. Some of them be in a way of draining your pockets. They want to be in your pockets. They always need help. They always need you to assist them in their habits, their effed up ways of living in some way. Your own kids could get you jammed up. Your own wife or your husband could get you jammed up. Mom and pop can get you jammed up. Auntie, uncle, cousins, all of them will get you jammed up if you're not careful. It's to this point whereas you got to be heartless, man. And I don't mean in the sense where as though, you really got to be cold-hearted, but you got to jump outside of the ego. We're trying to please these motherfuckers because, as long as you please these motherfuckers, you going to always get caught up. You going to always get caught up, man. You going to get caught up in a circle of chaos. And by the way, garlic kills. Start chowing down on that goddamn garlic, man, if you're not on it already. Preferably the garlic that has the purple hue. That's that strong official garlic. You want that garlic that has the purple hue. Probably said the violet, because it's really violet rays. Start biting into some purple onion, which they call red onion. They call it red kale and red onion to throw you off. Is really violet. Because if they put the word violet in there, they already know it's connecting with the sun. They be trying to throw you off with these words. Y'all know words conjure up spells and to throw you off the comprehension level of what you're looking at. You know, they be trying to throw you off every chance they get, man. But yeah, the garlic burns parasites, the red onion. You already know the violet ginger. And it's not by random that they have that purple hue. And it's letting you know that it comes from the sun. They even have purple asparagus, which is way better than a regular green asparagus. It's a level up. If anybody had purple asparagus before, man, that's one of the best things to consume in the veggie section. So yeah, continuously, focus on raising the vibration, eating your veggies, certain beans, peas, and stuff like that. Your proper grains. Don't eat too much of the wheat. Try to deal with the spelt flours and stuff like that, spelt breads. Yeah, so stay away from that yeast, because the yeast causes, rashes and parasitic openings for you to endure, different forms of discomfort when it comes to skin and to your skin and things of that nature. So, be careful. But yeah, this is my video. I know it's been a minute, but I'm going to continuously drop these videos, and I don't give a damn how nobody feel. It is what it is. I know the knowledge is being diluted. Everybody a prophet at this point. Everybody got some knowledge to talk about. And please don't be fooled, because you gotta understand that the enemy is sending in these covert operations, these guys that's on a knowledge path. It's no different from when Sign-Netter TV came up on the scene, and and the whole black conscious community thing. That shit died down. So what they had to do was send in covert cats that look like you and I to throw off the frequency. But let's not get it twisted. The souls is still here, and the souls is still raising up the vibration. They got agents out here on TikTok. They got agents on Instagram. These cats, man, they buying likes, they buying followers, and they selling out. And they promoting their spirituality at an all-time high. They rejecting the soul knowledge. They rejecting that. It has some soul in it, but it's not giving you the full totality of you connecting with the ethers on a real level. They there to give you half truth and half lies, but what is that if a lie is present within the presentation? It's still a lie. It's still bullshit. So yeah, continue to be in alignment, man. The infiltration is real. Grow your hairs, man. Grow your afros and stay in connection, because this the thing. The more we do that, the more we manifest this soul connection through our antennas, which is our crowns, the more we can keep this damn planet heated up, and we can, help this planet ascend. That's how we keep those portals closed, man, where those demons can't enter. we got to keep these demons at a disarray from us continuously raising up the vibration, man. We got to keep them out, man. And how we do that, we keep raising our frequency, keep raising our souls, and grow that hair out, because the stronger the hair, the stronger the intensity of the solar connection. You know, that's why we having these weather wars, because this weather, yeah, is simulated, through the 4 seasons and stuff like that. It's simulated, but the simulation could be changed. If the simulation wasn't able to be changed, if you look at the technology from the past up until now, those are changes, that's simulated changes. That's changes through the simulation, through the matrix. But this technology that we dealing with it already been played out. We just getting a late model of technology right now, because what we got is what they already utilize. It ain't nothing new. Even in the past, because we the original tech. Let's be clear. We just dealing with the lower physical at this point, which y'all already know. But we was already advancing, as far as remote viewing, being able to tap into multi dimensions and things of that nature. Like, that ain't nothing new to us. Our senses is lowered, but I'm sure we got at least 100 or more senses. That's for damn sure. It's just raising up in level. So when we dealing with these TVs and all these type of things, they are late models, because those are the models that the elite deal with. They finish with it. Even these phones, they already. And you ever realize, like, why so many people on the planet got phones? That's because they can keep tabs. They did it the pay phones, and it was reasons behind that. It was reasons behind that, man. They pulled the cord from them damn pay phones. It was a reason behind that. They're giving you the illusion that it's the world is advancing, but these are just objects to keep you enslaved to the matrix. But yeah, this is my quick video. I'm out. For those who continuously tuned in and loyal to this channel, I appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to raise y'all light and stay the course. Remain war ready. Peace.